which will become the columns. Okay, so this is how the real-time data is mapped into the database. Okay, is it clear, everybody? Okay, yes. Okay, so these were some of the basics. Okay, now this is an exercise for you. You can take some 5 minutes and do this exercise. Okay, you got to select any two organizations of your choice. Identify the information that requires. One second, Neha. Let me quickly go through the messages. Okay. Oh, okay. So there is a different screen. Okay, I'm sorry. So from where did you miss this part? Which was a previous screen? Can anybody tell me? Okay, this one was the last one. Okay, did you see this one? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so here we have the definition that I was explaining, the database management system, and then we have the database. Okay, so these are the definition. Okay, now you see them. So we have the database management system and then the database that I explained you. What is the meaning of database? And then the database management system. Okay. Then we have this slide wherein I'm saying the car manufacturer, this is what it's going to be, the database. Okay. And the entities of this database are called as the tables. Okay. And then the tables are going to have lot of properties. Okay. Which are the columns. Do you see? So we have a database, tables, and then we have the columns. Okay. Fine. Now you got to do this assignment, a small class assignment. Consider these two organizations, consider any two organizations. You got to identify what information you would like to store. Okay. And then you should make the list of tables that are required. You should identify the primary keys. Link the tables with the foreign keys as required. Okay. So take 2 minutes. You may require 5 minutes. Okay, take 5 minutes and then do this. Okay. Yes, take 5 minutes and do it. Okay, Manisha, as a tester, see, let me explain what exactly you got to know as a tester. Yes, very good question. You should know that, right? So, as a tester, you will not create the database. As a tester, you will not create any kind of table, columns, anything. You are strictly not going to create anything. Okay. Second thing, you cannot do any modification directly into the database. Okay, you should not do. As a tester, you are going to only view the data that is present in the database. Now let's say we have the application, we have the database. You want to cross verify, okay, whether the data that is getting loaded on the application is correct or not. So if you want, you can cross verify with the database. Okay. Is that clear? Okay, but as a tester, you will not be creating anything because it will be created by a developer, database developer. Okay. Okay, take some time and do this thing. Then we will proceed further. Okay. Okay, done everybody? Okay. So anybody would like to share your answers with me? Okay, any new people? Okay, Madhuri, we have already discussed. Any new person who would like to talk? No, Vilasita, not two tables. Okay, I said you two databases you have to create. Okay. Okay, Manisha. Okay, I didn't talk to Manisha, I guess, right? Okay, let's talk to her. Okay, Manisha, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Manisha.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Manisha.
Yeah, Priya. Yeah,
Yes, I
hello.
can hear you. I can hear you, Manisha. Please
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, I was little confused. Like you're asking which Manisha.
So,
Okay, so
another Manisha has joined with her name, Manisha Patil. Okay. So both
okay,
of you join
okay,
with your, last names so that we can identify.
okay,
Okay. Yeah.
okay, okay. So I created two table with the name book and then the author table.
Mm-hmm.
For the book table, I wrote book ID, book name, author ID, price, and sale. And in that book ID is the primary key.
Mm-hmm.
And that I created the author table. For that, author ID is the primary key, and this is going to be the foreign key in the book
Okay.
table,
Mm-hmm.
and then the author name and book by type. Like,
Okay, fine. So for which organization is it? We want a database also, right? You created the tables.
okay,
That is fine.
let's say for library.
So your database name is library. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay, thank you, Manisha.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
anybody else would like to share? Okay, Prima. We haven't talked to Prima, right? We will talk to Prima and okay, Lavanya also we will talk. We didn't talk to Lavanya also. Okay, so Prima, I'm unmuting you. Go ahead, please, with your answer.
Yeah, hi Priya. I created a database for hospitals.
Okay.
So I made different columns of like, yeah, patient ID, then last name, first name, then a doctor's ID, then bill due. So, and the one more column I made for, in a separate table I made for doctor's ID and the doctor's name. So in the first database table,
Okay.
this one doctor's ID, that is the foreign key, and in the second table doctor ID, that is the primary key.
Okay, doctor's ID is the primary key.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, Prima. Thank you.
Is it correct, right, what I did?
Yeah, that is right.
Okay.
Okay, so who is the next person? Lavanya, right? Okay. 1 second, Lavanya. Let me unmute you. You can talk to me. Okay, Lavanya. Go ahead, please.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, Lavanya, I can hear you.
Yeah, hi. I have created a college table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm for a college, a student table,
Okay.
and there is a student ID,
One
name
second.
first.
What have you created? You have created a college table?
Yeah,
College
for a
just.
college student table.
Okay. So college will become your database.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Now tell me what are the tables within this college?
Okay, student table and a faculty table.
Mm-hmm.
So the student table has student ID, student's first name,
Mm-hmm.
student ID, student's first name,
Okay.
last name,
Mm-hmm.
date of birth,
Okay.
contact number, address, and faculty ID.
Okay.
And in this table, student ID will be the primary key, and the foreign key will be faculty ID, since I have a faculty table.
Okay. So you are trying to relate the student with the faculty?
Yes.
Okay, fine. And in the faculty table, which is the primary key?
Faculty ID.
Okay, fine. That is correct. Okay, Neha, you also want to explain? Sure. Okay, Neha, go ahead, please.
Hi, Priya.
Hi, Neha.
Yeah, I made two different tables for the organization who is manufacturing air compressor, and I made the table for different parts that are coming from different suppliers.
Okay.
So I made first table for the first row is for part number, second row is for name of that part, third is supplier ID, and fourth is supplier's name. And I made second table for that. The first row is supplier ID and second row is supplier's name. So that supplier ID is going to be foreign key for the first one.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Is it right or?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay then. So this was a small assignment. Let's end it. It is not so complicated. Okay. Vilasita, we can, take you for the next time. Okay. With some more complicated examples. This is a very simple thing, right? Okay. So this was a part of our first session. Okay. Now we will get into some more details. Okay. So we will try to practice some of the queries. Okay. Now let's try to understand what is this SQL. We have been talking, right? SQL, SQL Server. Okay. So what is the meaning of the SQL? Okay. SQL is basically the structured query language. Okay. I want to give you one example over here. Okay. Okay. Everybody knows who Daniel is? Yes? Everybody knows Daniel? No? How did you enroll? Who did your enrollment? Yeah, the training coordinator. What is the name of that training coordinator? You didn't ask? Okay, it was Mike. Yeah, Mike, Daniel. Okay, we have two training coordinators. Fine. Okay, we will consider Mike. Okay. Fine. So we have our training coordinator who is a Mike, right? I mean, his name is Mike. Okay. So now he has all the information about all the students, right? Because you do the enrollment through him, right? So he makes sure, he maintains all the information regarding all the students, right? During your enrollment, he will be taking your name. Okay, he will be taking your phone number, and then let's say what else he takes? I don't know what exactly he takes. Name, phone number. What else he takes? Okay, yeah, the course that you want to enroll. Email ID, correct? Then he will ask you, okay, I don't know whether he asks you this, the faculty. Then he will ask you what should be your typical, like which batch you would like to enroll. He will give you the availability of the different batches, right? Then he will also have the list of all the faculty, because he has to assign you to certain faculty, right? So he will have the list of all the faculty. So the name of the faculty, what time they are taking the batch, okay, which course are they handling. So he will have the details of that also. Okay. Then he will have the details of the batches. Okay, which are the different batches that are available, what timings are there, when did it start, when it is going to end, okay, how many sessions are over. He will be having the details about the batch. Okay. He will also have the details about the course, right? Like for example, QA course, how many modules, what is the enrollment fees for that. Okay, so he will have the information regarding the courses also, right? So this person is having all the information regarding this H2K Infosys, I can say, right? All the course details, students, faculty, and the batches. Is that okay? Yes, the payment option, the fees, okay, all that he will be having the information. Now, I wanted to find out today, okay, from Mike, the list of new students who are going to get added. Okay, I wanted the list of new students who will be joining 1 p.m. batch. Or let's say I wanted the list of new students who are going to join 3 p.m. makeup session. Okay, I wanted this information from him. Okay, now when I ask this information to Mike, do you think he will give me this entire database and he will tell, okay, go Priya, find it yourself? Is he going to do that? No. I want a particular information. I do not want, okay, whatever is there in his database, I do not want entire information. What is my purpose? I just wanted the list of new students who are going to join for today 3 p.m. Makeup session, right? So now I give this particular question, okay, to Mike. I tell him, okay, give me the list of students. And when I ask this question to him, he is going to, reply me with the result, which will have the list of students, their names, okay, and then their emails. This is what he is going to give me, correct? So now I'm asking something to Mike. He is checking in his database completely all the available information that he has stored in his own organized way. I don't know how he has stored it. Neither I would like to know that, okay, because it is his work. What I want, I just wanted the list of students for today, okay. So I asked him this question. He gave me the answer. Do you think my purpose is served? Yes, my purpose is over here, correct? So how do you think, how could I have asked him? In which language do you think we would be communicating? We need some language, right? We have to communicate to him. No, Madhuri. How can I, communicate with him in SQL? Yes, it is a common English language that we use, right? So simple. What is the language that I use with him? It's going to be the English language, correct? Okay. Now, how did I get in touch with him? What was the media of communication? Right. Either through the phone or I should have sent an email, correct? So let's say I have used my Gmail ID and I wrote him a mail. I received a result. Okay. So can I call this was my tool that I used to communicate with Mike? Right? Are you getting the scenario, everybody? Now similarly, okay, let's map the scenario to our database. So we have a database in the organization. Okay, this is a symbol that we use for a database, a kind of cylinder. Okay, so any organization will have a database, okay, which will have all the information that is stored in an organized way. But at any point of the time, okay, we do not want all the information to be dumped on us. We will be requiring a particular information, and whenever the user requires any particular information, he gives the query, like I gave the query to Mike. Okay, what we call it? We call it as a query. Okay, query is what? The question that we are going to ask to the database. And in the response, it is going to give us what? The result set. Okay, whatever the result that Mike returned to me, what we call it as? The result set, which is nothing but the response from the database. Okay, now this user has to talk with database in certain common language, right? The user has to talk to the database in some common language. What is that language? That language is nothing but SQL, structured query language. Okay, fine. Now the user knows SQL, database also understands the SQL, but